Hare Krishna. Today our satsang is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, 20th shloka. Lord Sri Krishna is saying, a person neither rejoices upon achieving something pleasant, nor laments upon obtaining something unpleasant. Who is the self-intelligent, who is unbewildered, and who knows the science of God is situated in transcendence. So dear devotees, first let us understand what is this transcendence. Transcendence is a state of beyond mind, beyond intelligence, and beyond everything, beyond this universe, beyond this all world. So Lord Sri Krishna wants us to beyond, because this world is without Krishna. If you live in this world, you are living without Krishna. So the whole motivation of the religious system, Bhagavad Gita or any religion, is to go beyond, because this world is a fit place for suffering, and God not want us to suffer. That's why He wants us to be in transcendence. But our mind, our intelligence, our senses, because they are the product of the lust, they are always inclined to this world, targets, world enjoyments, etc. So how to become transcendental is the question here, and Sri Krishna answers that only in this way a person who neither rejoices. We all rejoice. There are some situations of the intellect in which the mind feels joyful, and there are some situations of the intelligence where the mind finds ruminating. So these two positions of the mind are superficial to the soul, because the soul neither materially rejoices, neither materially suffers. Because we are bound by the mind and its impressions, and because of our deep absorption in the body, we feel like that we are the bodies, and all things happening with the bodies are ours. So that is called delusion. And that only way of to cross the delusion is transcendence. So how can it happen practically is the question, because speaking something on the discourse is different, but the practicality is different. I and you can go beyond even while living this delusion of materialism is the point of consideration here. So dear devotees, I can say you, yes, there is a state of mind beyond. But you must explain to the mind why you should go beyond. Then only mind will listen to you. If you don't have strong grounds to go beyond, and if you are under influence of somebody trying to go beyond, then mind will not cooperate with you. Mind will hear everything if it comes to know that that subject particular is full of joy, full of excitement, and without suffering. What these things is the mind wants. And because mind feels that these things are available with materialism only, then mind is hankering for materialism. But the moment it comes to know that this materialism existence itself is a suffering, here there is no possibility of any sort of happiness within all the three worlds, not only of this earth, but you must come to that state of mind where mind must be explained, convinced that yes, the enjoyment you are seeking, what mind is seeking, is not here in the materialism, until and unless the mind will never rest at one point. Even Arjuna admits, Krishna admits that to curb the mind is difficult one, and more difficult than controlling the wind. So dear devotees, we are endowed with mind, body, intelligence and senses, and they are dictating us. Instead we should dictate them, because they rely on us, we do not rely on them. The existence of the body itself depends on soul, and you are soul, you are not the body. So if you give up this superficial designation of yours like body and everything pertaining to the body, then you can come to first stage of realization. And when step by step Krishna says, when you taste something more potential happiness than the materialism, then mind itself will cease to act material. So how it is possible? Now let us come to the point. To become transcendence, you should associate with transcendence. Then only you can be transcendence. So what is transcendence then? Krishna is transcendental. Krishna's name is transcendental. Krishna's pastimes are transcendental. So if you get associate with these three things, number one, mind, number two, intelligence, number three, body. When you start getting associated with this and making the mind satisfied that the real pleasure of the mind do not rest in materialism but rests in spiritualism, and if you provide him with all the spiritual process of attaining happiness, then definitely you can experience transcendence. All these performance, all this process may appear you very difficult, very complicated, but no, there is a simple method also. In the 16th chapter, Lord Sri Krishna says, 15th chapter also, that one who engages in bhakti of the God, immediately he will be released from all sins, and at the same time he will start experiencing joy in chanting in the Lord's name. So, dear devotees, if we conclude our speech, discourse, one point will come out that chanting of the Lord's name regularly and peacefully and with faith and determination, then that chanting of the name will immediately make you transcendence, because Krishna and Krishna's names are non-different. So when you pick sing in transcendence. So dear devotees, the Lord's name is full of transcendent. The moment you chant the Lord's name, you are transcendent. No artificial movements, no artificial yagnas, no mic is required. Just when you chant the name of Lord is with you. And this chanting do not have any conditions to chant. So it is very easily Krishna, so much big God, God of all universes, made the thing simple to us. He is of the opinion that if my devotee chants my name, then it will be my duty to protect him. So Lord thinks in that way. And if you chant the Lord's name, unconditionally, then definitely you will be benefited and immediately you will get into transcendence. And the transcendence is not an occasional state of mind, it is a permanent state of mind. When you say you are in nirvana or you are in consciousness beyond the mind, then it is your duty to make pracharam. So dear devotees, if you want to be transcendentally situated immediately, then start chanting the Lord's name. Lord's name is a very powerful weapon against all sorts of illusions. Come on, chant Lord's name and be happy. Thank you and Hare Krishna.